Welcome to my class. In this class we are going to talk about transistor, the invention that changed the world, that is transistor. Invention of transistor. The invention of transistor was first made in the year 1947 by Bell Laboratories, and the purpose was to replace vacuum tubes. It transfers signals from input to output and in some way can resist the transfer of signals. Therefore, it was named as transistor. It's a combination of two words, trans plus resistance. Where we want, it will allow the current to flow, and where we want, it will resist the current to flow. So transistor is a combination of these two words, trans plus resistance. In 1947, the first transistor was created at Bell Labs. This is the photograph of first transistor. John Bardeen, William Shockley, and Walter Brattain. These are the three inventors of transistor. They got Nobel Prize in Physics in 1956. These three men changed the world forever, and they opened the doors of digital world. What is the work of transistor? A transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. A transistor is a miniature electronic component that can do two different jobs. It can work either as an amplifier or a switch. When it works as an amplifier, it takes in a tiny electric current at one end, an input current, and produces a much bigger electric current and output current at the other. A transistor acts as an amplifier by raising the strength of a weak signal. Thus, a small input voltage results in a large output voltage, which shows that transistor works as an amplifier. In other words, it's a kind of current booster. It is really useful in hearing aids, one of the first things people use transistors for. Second point, when transistors work as switches. The transistor is like an electronic switch. It can turn a current on and off. This is essentially how all our computer chips work. For example, a memory chip contains hundreds of millions or even billions of transistors, each of which can be switched on or off individually. Since each transistor can be in two distinct states, it can store two different numbers, 0 and 1s. With billions of transistors, a chip can store billions of zeros and ones, and we can represent n number of characters. There are some advantages of transistor. The first one, lower cost and smaller in size in comparison to vacuum tubes. Second, low operating voltage for greater safety. Thank you very much.